Hello everybody, this is Hashim from Throat Punch here with another video. Actually our first installment of Throat Punch news, so round of applause to us. And a secondary moment of appreciation for you for clicking on this video. So without further ado, let's just get started. And to start, I'll be going over some Sony news, which, I mean, if you've been on YouTube and you've been staying up to date on Sony, you know they don't really have the public's favor right now because of a few certain decisions that probably make no sense to large groups of people, myself probably included, but I don't want to get into it yet. Thanks to the PS5's April update, PS4 players will be able to stream their games to and from the PS5. So let's say you have a friend with a PS5, both of you are connected to the same internet, you'll be able to screen share and use the PS4 controller to play their PS5. Of course, you still need a PS5 in the equation to do this, so it's not really backwards compatibility or forward compatibility or whatever you want to say it is, but it's the closest thing to cloud streaming for PlayStation right now besides PlayStation Now, so it's worth mentioning. This really sucks to see because so far, PlayStation has not countered the nuke that is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, or just Game Pass for that matter. You'd be hard pressed to find a game on the Xbox platform that doesn't have playability on the two most recent consoles. And if they don't, Game Pass extends to PC and smartphones as well, which supports cloud streaming and fucking touch control gaming for some reason. So when Sony dishes out backwards compatibility in the form of screen sharing, which is blatantly like just not backwards compatibility, and it's a feature that most devices nowadays have, including the Xbox One and One X or One S, whatever, the Xbox One series. The Xboxes from One X and forward have this feature for smartphones and laptops or desktops. So again, who is this for and why is it so late? This should have been a thing already. And again, how does this help people who don't have access to a PlayStation 5? And seeing as though PS3's marketplace is going to close and we are getting a Last of Us remake for some reason, or remastered version, which like the game, I mean, at least in my opinion, 2013 isn't too old, but considering the fact that the PlayStation 3 marketplace is going down, I understand the remaster. I just don't like it. And when you consider the fact that there's no cross-gen gameplay besides, you know, with live service games like Fortnite, Apex, or any other game of that nature when it comes to PlayStation, a hunch in my back is telling me that a lot of PS3 games are going to be made into PS5 exclusives, but I don't want to say that is a fact because obviously it's just a hunch, as I said. Now on the upside, Sony is actually working on a new exclusive, a title that it's never before seen, a new IP from a developer that nobody's really familiar with. I mean, I'm not, and from judging on articles and Google searches, I'm pretty sure nobody else is. I just watched SkillUp's video and he doesn't know, so I'm not sure who they are, you know, but anyways, they're developing a horror survival shooter game by the name of Abandoned. I'm not at all sure what Abandoned is. Besides that, I'm not sure if it's first person, third person, if it's top down, you know, twin stick shooter. We know literally nothing yet. We just got a video with some voice lines and here it is. Here's the teaser.
Let me tell you a story. A true story. A story that could overcome to all of us. Imagine waking up at a place far, far away from home. Away from your lost ones. Away from friends. Away from safety. Trying to understand how you got there. No one there to guide you. No one there to assist you. No food. No water. You've got nothing to survive. But the complicated part is, well, you're a prey. A powerless, thirsty, and a weak prey of a strong, blood-loving community led by a religious nutjob. A false prophet that will do anything for power, anything for wealth. And when you realize this, You know it's the end. Your end. But you will never accept this. You will fight for a way out.
Personally, I'm pretty excited to see developers get into making horror exclusives. It's my favorite movie genre, it's my favorite genre of books, so seeing it become more popular with gaming again is pretty nice. Now, many people assume that this mysterious developer studio is working in like a secret collaboration with Hideo Kojima, which has been denied by the studio. So no Kojima game for Sony anytime soon. Hopefully that changes, but as far as I can see, that's not going to. Just kidding, I'm more than positive that there's going to be a lot more. Death Stranding just can't happen and nothing follow up, you know? Kojima already has built a rapport with Sony and their fans, so I'm pretty sure just what I'm gonna say next, just don't flip out over it, because well, I don't want to say it's not too big because it is very big, and I'll explain why. But also, if you're a PlayStation fan and you are competitive with your love of your console for some reason, whether it be to protect a billionaire product or just for the fun of talking crap, just calm down, stay with me, and probably mute what I'm about to say for the next like 10 seconds. Since I already mentioned Microsoft earlier, now would be a good time to talk about Kojima signing a deal with Microsoft to publish an unannounced game exclusively on the platform. Whether it's limited or maybe Microsoft will just get it on Game Pass is unknown, but chances are it's exclusive, right? I say this because Kojima isn't really working with anything with Sony at the moment, so it makes sense that this deal would be an exclusive one. And again, this can all change. I mean, as far as I know, the only reason why I'm under the impression that the Xbox and Kojima situation is going to lead to an exclusive game is because it's public. As far as I know, Sony and Kojima Studios haven't had any public news come about them in a minute, so maybe they might be working on some shit and just haven't gone public with it, right? Hey, if you're an Xbox fan, please pray this comes to Game Pass. I would really appreciate that. You'd be doing us all a favor. If you don't pray, like wish upon a star, just say like, oh, I hope this comes to Game Pass. Whatever the fuck you want to do, you know? Now, moving forward to the discussion of Microsoft specifically, things are oddly falling in place in a way that's very articulate. I'm not sure what's behind the scenes, but gosh, every Sony failure highlights a thing that Microsoft is doing right. When Sony talks about canceling past consoles, Microsoft boasts about all of their consoles still having games that are playable without having to buy them again. When Sony cancels deals with its Japanese developers, Microsoft gets a deal with Hideo Kojima. And I won't cover it too much because rumors are just rumors, but there are rumors that Persona developers want Persona games on Microsoft devices, which is weird because, like, you know, Persona, Sony, I always thought of those two as like a pair. And considering the fact that Sony's upsetting a lot of Japanese developers while Microsoft is seemingly picking them up, like, this has to be intentional. Microsoft, you're a freaking evil genius. Why am I talking about this business like it's a person? Anyways, in other news, I just want to say that I am a huge fan of, wait, what's the game called again? Literally wasn't being sarcastic, was just Outriders. Okay, I'm a huge fan of Outriders, and personally, I think the game is great. I know there's a lot of issues with it being broken at the moment in certain aspects of gameplay. However, loading screens aside, bugs aside, it's a fun experience. Also, however, there's currently a bug that deletes players' inventories going around, kind of like a virus. And because of that, I haven't been playing in a while. I recommend you do the same until the developers open up about the bug being fixed, just to be safe. This is a looter shooter, and games like Warframe, Destiny, could you imagine what it feels like after hours of grinding for items you wanted for so long only for them to disappear? So definitely take a break from Outriders. I recommend it, and come back once you know the coast is clear. That'll be all for this first installment of Throw Punch News. Again, thank you for watching. You really didn't have to, but you chose to, and I appreciate it. And if you appreciate the video, give it a like and subscribe. It'll be much appreciated. Yeah, do that. Remember to drink water, feed your pet, and go to sleep. I know you're watching this super late. Go to sleep.